Hey guys, I know it's been a while since we posted a video. We've been living our lives, spending time with families and working and hunting, and I've been trying to link up with Josh. You know, he's like a couple hundred miles away, so our schedules don't always line up. But in the meantime, I've got this local spot that's close to my house. It's only about 40 miles away. It's an older gold mining district, doesn't have a lot of traffic, nobody really comes up here anymore, but this is my first claim. So I claimed this spot. It's a confluence of two creeks in a known gold bearing area. I've already sluiced a little bit of, tiny rough lakes, so we're close to the source, and we just had a pretty big rainstorm, so the river is really high, and it's actually a nice time to run a drop riffle sluice. This is a Angus McCurk, so these are nice and easy to clean up. And we're definitely into fall here. Hunting season is upon us. I've seen a lot of hunters out here going for deer, bear. I think elk season starts, maybe just started, but I'm gonna see what I can get in just a couple hours. So yeah, we'll see how the weather holds up and how I do on gold, but mostly it's a day to get out, throw some rocks, dig some holes, and get some exercise. Sluice is running pretty good. The water level is actually dropping. I'm guessing there was a rainstorm or something up here, but this little flume that I built is still working. The riffles are still clearing, they're boiling a little bit, but it's not as fast as when I first got here. So you can see there's still room in these riffles. I could keep running material. I've got a rock on the bars to keep the sluice from moving. This little, it's almost like a nugget trap. It looks like there might be a couple colors in there. But I've been cleaning this sluice out pretty much after every run just to check and see, that I'm either on the gold or off the gold. So the nice thing about these drop riffle sluices is clean out. I'm gonna try to do it one-handed here. So take the rock off. So you pick up the sluice box. You can see I've got my material in there. Stick the ass end in the bucket. And if you don't mind ruining your buckets, you can just jam it in there. I've got a little bit of a slope here. So then you take a gold pan, dip some water, and just rinse out the riffles into the box, or into the bucket. And riffles are clean. So I've run, the traditional sluices with expanded metal, like the Keen sluices, little backpackers and stuff, and they're great. When you clean them out, you have to pull off everything. You have to wash out the miner's moss, and it's just kind of a little bit more of a pain in the butt. So these drop riffle ones are nice. I bought this one a long time ago. And it's been sitting in my garage. So there's the concentrates, and now I'm gonna pan it out. So a lot of black sand in there. Doesn't necessarily mean there's gold. I've got it down to just the black sand. So at this point I like to just shake it and kind of see. Yeah, there's a bigger piece right there. And now I'm actually gonna I gotta use 2 hands for this, so I'm gonna set you guys down. I'll do my tap and swirl. So for up here, this is pretty good. I've got a little line of gold up there. Again, I'm not down to bedrock. This is just flood gold. You tap the edge and kind of make it dance to the top. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There's going to be more in this black sand, but 14 colors for maybe like 2 gallons of dirt. That's pretty dang good. It does seem like with a lot of these prospecting videos, people are trying to sell, you know, sluices and metal detectors and different kinds of pans and gadgets to get the gold. But there's nothing like just getting your hands dirty, scooping out some pay dirt from a hole. And this is like a 5-year-old's dream. Just playing in the mud. And it doesn't have to cost a lot of money. This, you know, a bucket, a gold pan, maybe a classifier. I've got, this is what, 1/4-inch classifier? And that's it. You don't have to spend a lot of money. The people who make money off of gold aren't the gold miners. It's the people selling gold pans. So you might have to buy like, you know, $5 gold pan or something, but you don't have to buy a gold cube or a Mine Lab metal detector. You just gotta get out, dig some dirt, pitch some rocks, and if you're in a good area that has some history of gold, you're gonna end up finding gold, and you're gonna have a good time doing it. So I'll definitely come back to this hole with a hand dredge and suck it out, but it's down from grade probably 3 feet or so. Got some good rocks in there, a little bit of clay, nice pay streak of grayish black dirt. So I'll run this material and we'll see. The last couple gallons I ran had about 14 colors in it. So if it's more, good. If it's less, that means just flood gold. Now before I sluice this out, this is to me, some good looking material. It's really dark, very heavy. You know, we're running it probably like a 6 or 7 inch slump. So this is good stuff. I'm hoping that, you know, this will be an appreciable amount of gold, you know, more than just a couple colors. Maybe a bigger piece too, that'd be nice. Although this area is not really known for big gold. It can be a little tricky to set up a sluice, especially if it doesn't have legs and you're just, you know, building like a flume for it and pitching it, just kind of eyeballing it with rocks. But hopefully this comes across on the video. You want to see the material in the riffles changing out. So you should see some kind of like almost like a boiling action. And you do not want your riffles filled up. So you'll see when I dump some material in here, you'll see like this kind of triangular thing here where the edge of the riffles clear themselves out, but initially they're loaded, you know, and then the lighter material gets exchanged for the heavier material. So all this prospecting and, you know, panning, sluicing, it's all basically variations of classifying the material based on either size or weight, you know, specific gravity, that kind of stuff. People will measure like, you know, 1 inch of drop per foot, but usually I just kind of eyeball it and make sure the material isn't clogging up the riffles and that the material is boiling, it's being exchanged. Obviously, you know, this isn't classified super fine, so there's a lot of pebbles in there, but I'm going to pan those and they'll come right out. And then just check the top and see if there's any visible gold. This is where the bigger stuff will end up getting caught, so I don't really see any, but you know, there's probably some in there under the black sand. I figured before I pan this out, I'd just show you that this is what you get for probably 2.5, 3 gallons of classified, 1/4-inch classified material. So it's just enough to kind of fill the bottom of the pan. Really good color on the rocks, different colors, and excited to see what we got in this last pan. So there's the result. Obviously black sand mixed in, but you get spoiled going to Southern Oregon with Josh, you know, using a metal detector to find nuggets. But sometimes it's nice to just get out and get your hands dirty, get in the water. I'd say for
running maybe 5 gallons of dirt just through a sluice box. Super cheap, easy, simple setup. You know, total cost in gear is maybe $100. And there's, I mean, I don't think, it's not even worth weighing, but there's probably, I don't know, 50 to 100 colors. So not great, but not terrible. And I got a good workout. I got to be outside, and this is creek therapy.
Josh and I like to say that it's not always about the gold. Obviously the gold is what brings us out to the woods or desert or wherever you're prospecting. But you know, like the success of the trip for me isn't really measured in like the weight or the number of pieces of gold I find. It's obviously great to take home some and take home enough that it's like pays for the trip. But sometimes it's just about getting out and enjoying the creation, enjoying the earth, getting some dirt therapy, and you know, it's a good memory. I'll definitely bring at least my son out here. He's got the patience for this kind of stuff. Daughter is she's good for about 30 minutes, and then she's ready to play with her Barbies. So I'll definitely come back out here when the weather's a little bit better with the family, and maybe set something up a little bit more planned out as far as like where I'm gonna dig. The water is really high, so it basically limits you to digging, you know, like just under the high water line. But it was nice to get out, and I had a good time. Got some gold to take home, and I'll see you guys next time.